In this video, we will discuss how to replace the fuel nozzle and preheater assembly on a Lanair waste oil heater. If you have reason to believe your nozzle or preheater may be clogged, this video should help. It's important to follow safety guidelines when working on mechanical, plumbing, and electrical equipment. Only allow qualified technicians to work on your system, and ensure that the appropriate personal protective equipment and safe practices are used throughout the work. Set the thermostat to its lowest temperature setting and turn the power to the heater off at the building's circuit breaker. Set the secondary air pressure regulator to 0 psi and remove the air supply line from the burner. Disconnect the burner cord and fuel supply line from the burner as well. To change or service the nozzle, remove the nuts mounting the burner to the cabinet and swing the burner away from the cabinet on its hinge. If your model's burner does not have a hinge, remove the burner from the cabinet and bring it to a workbench. Replacement parts are available from Lanair customer service or at lanair.com. Being mindful not to damage or disturb the electrode tines, remove the nozzle and quad ring seal. When replacing the quad ring, it is important that it seats in the proper position within the preheater and does not become pinched or torn when installing the nozzle. For this reason, do not put the quad ring on the nozzle before installing them. Instead, install the quad ring first and confirm that it is seated correctly before installing the nozzle. With the nozzle and quad ring installed, remount and connect the burner and reattempt the preheater clog test. If replacing or servicing the nozzle has resolved the issue, the heater is ready to return to operation. If the issue persists, replacement of the preheater assembly is necessary. Depending on the system's configuration, it may be easier to work with the burner still mounted to the heater cabinet or removed and brought to a workbench. Either way, you will need to be positioned to open the burner and look down into it while working, and remain safe and stable even with shifting weight distribution. With the power off and the burner cord, air line, and fuel supply all disconnected from the burner, open the burner and locate the preheater assembly within. Trace the wires from the preheater and make sure that the wire nut is on the same side of the burner as the preheater. Trace the remaining preheater wires to the burner's main terminal block and preheater switch. Make a note of where the wires connect, then disconnect them from the burner. Locate the copper air line, loosen the nuts on both ends, and remove it. Next, remove the gauge, fittings, and adjustment screw mounting the preheater to the burner chassis. You should now be able to lift and slide the preheater out of the burner. If you have just replaced the nozzle and quad ring, remove them from the faulty preheater and save them for future maintenance. Lay the new preheater assembly into the burner chassis and loosely install the adjustment screw. Adjust the position of the preheater so that the assembly is oriented properly within the burner's flame tube. If your model came with a calibration tool inside the burner, use it to make the adjustment even easier. When the preheater assembly is correctly positioned, tighten the adjustment screw to fix it in place. Also check the position and gapping of the electrode tines. Refer to the product manual for specifications and adjust the electrodes if necessary. Continue by reinstalling the fittings, gauge, air line, and wiring to complete the installation of the replacement preheater assembly. Remount and connect the burner and reattempt the preheater clog test. If the issue persists, further troubleshooting is necessary. Contact Lanair technical support for assistance. If replacing the preheater assembly has resolved the issue, the heater is ready to return to operation. We hope this video was helpful in servicing your Lanair waste oil heater and getting you back to enjoying America's best value in heating.